What's up, Trail Trash? Welcome back. On today's episode, I am going to be changing out my off-road lights, the 7-inch off-road lights. The ones I have are the original ones that came on my FJ Cruiser, and they are the PIAA, and these are the ones, they're a 7-inch light, and the way these are wired in is, well, I'll take you inside and show you, but these are on when you're low beams. I have a switch to turn these on, and then they're only on during low beams. During high beams, they go off. So that's how Toyota has them wired in. And I'll take you in here and show you the switch. So this is the factory switch that Toyota put in place for those lights. And like I say, it's on this way. I keep them on, and low beams, they're on. High beams, they go off. And I will actually, let me get my keys. I'll get my keys and just go ahead and see if we can get what these look like. So I just turned my lights on, and you can see that light's on. And if I put it on bright, you see the light goes off. So I'm putting them on low beams now. Let's see if we can get a good picture of them. They're really not that bright, and that's the reason for changing them out. So these are 7-inch, and the ones I'm going to change them out with, I'll show them to you in just a second. But I am going to wire them different than how they are. On my wiring, instead of wiring them that way, I want to wire them to a switch. So I'm going to wire them into my Bantam X S-Pod. And that way I can get rid of the relay and everything and just wire them directly into that. So I will show you that. So all I'll have to do is run the wire through, dress it through the bumper, up and around here underneath this wiring, and then I'll come in underneath the S-Pod. I'll come in underneath the S-Pod here, and I think I'm going to wire them into, I have all my lights on this side, so I'll put them into this switch. I have some more lights I'm going to install. I've got these rock lights, which actually are in my fenders, but I've got some more I'm going to install, so I'll keep all my lights on this side of my S-Pod. So that's on low beam. This is on high beam. You can see they go off on high beam. So that is that. I'll shut these lights off. Now I'm going to go over here, and these are the lights, and these are the ones I got are NOVSIGHT. They're off-road lighting, and these are the 7-inch off-road pods. So pretty decent design, almost the same size as the PIAAs, but they're a little larger, but I didn't want them too bulky or anything. So they do have the NOVSIGHT. If I ever wanted to, I could take off this ring and powder coat it to get rid of the name if I don't want the name, but I'm not worried about that. They have the brackets here. It came with the brackets. It comes with some zip ties to, for running the lights and all, and your hardware for the brackets. So that's what I'll use to put it directly to the bumper. And also it comes with your wiring harness which I've already cut off the switch and the relay. All I'll use is the actual harness itself. They utilize these waterproof plugs, so I think it's a good setup there. And their wiring harness looks pretty decent, so I'm actually going to use it. But yeah, that is the NOVSIGHT Offroad 7-inch pods. I am about to install them on my FJ, so first I'm going to get into removing these and then running my wires. So I'll set up and capture what I can, but really I'm going to try to blaze through this. So stick around and I'll see you at the end of the video. If you got any questions or comments during the video, just drop them and I will get to them. Those factory plug-ins are not easy to unplug when you can't reach them. There you go. Whew. Thought I was going to cut them, which is all right because I'm not going to use them anyway. So, and I got to cut these off to get them through the bumper. The bumper access will not allow for a plug, so you have to bring them through and then terminate them. So it is what it is on that. Not a big deal, not the end of the world. And this relay is over here. So I will be removing all of the factory wiring also. So the bracket's got a rubber pad, which I like. That makes for a really nice, clean. Really nice and clean look there. And that's going to go this way so it can pivot up and down. Okay, so I got the first one on. Had some trouble with the stainless steel bolt. It stripped out like right away and got in a bind, and I actually had to take my Metabo cutoff wheel and cut it off. So I used one of my old ones from my other ones, my original ones. I used it, so I was still able to get it installed. Now I need to tighten up the one going through. I'm just going to hook them into this for right now, just so I can go ahead and go eat. All right, so got that wired just to the factory wiring because I am done for the day. I'm going to clean up my tools and we'll check this out and see how it turns out. All right, so I got the lights hooked up and this is what they look like. I think they look good. I'm about to turn them on. The wiring, like I said, I just hooked it to my existing wiring, and for right now, I just ran them through the grill. I'm gonna take these off later. Probably gonna end up either shifting over or dropping on the wiring. I'm either gonna try to shift these over some or drop the wiring in these holes. I hate that it's that far apart, but I don't really want to drill another one into my bumper, and I don't like this running through this way. But for now, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I like the look of them. They look good. They fill up the front there. Look a little different than my other ones. But let me turn the key on and see how they look compared to my. All right, that is driving light. Pretty sure they're not going to work because, oh, they will. I forgot. I still got a relay on my other one, so. Oh wow, those are so much brighter than the other ones. Holy cow. Yeah, those are a lot brighter than my other ones. So definitely gonna be an upgrade on the driving lights. And I think that angle pointing down's good. It won't be blinding anyone. But later, I'm about to leave and go to town. We're about to go eat some barbecue at our local barbecue joint, so I'm gonna try them out tonight, and when I get back, it'll be dark, and I'll get some footage. I have some before footage of the old lights, so I'll check these out, and we'll compare them. So this is lights on with the driving lights, the 7-inch driving lights. This is the stock driving lights, the 7-inch stock driving lights. And I'm gonna shut them off. That's off. You can't tell a difference. Like, they're on now, and I'm shutting them off now. So there is no difference in the lighting. I'm gonna leave them off. I'm gonna turn my fog lights on. That's my fog lights. And those are in amber, and that's the Diode Dynamics SS3s. And they are in a flood pattern, I believe. I'll have to research that. But that's fog lights on, fog lights off. And that's my low beams, high beams. Low beam, high beam, high beam with a fog light. And shutting the fog lights down. Low beam, and turning the driving lights back on. A little flicker to the left, bottom left, but nothing. Off now, on. So these driving lights really don't do anything. And I can't just have the driving lights on. They are connected through the low beams. With low beam on, you can have them on or off. But once I put high beams on, driving lights go off. So I think I'm gonna set up my new lights on my S-Pod so that I can control them and have them on anytime with my high beams, because high beam, it lights up good. Then the fog light really, it cuts the, we have thick fog here, so it really helps that. But to be able to have my driving lights on with the high beams and this, I think would be would really give me more visibility at night. Okay, so this is the lights on bright, or actually that's the lights off on low. That's on. High beams, they go off. Low beams, they come back on. So I can tell a huge difference in the lighting. High beams, they go off. Low beams, they're on. And I did not wire these into the S-Pod last night, but now that I do want these on with the high beam. So yeah, I think the brightness is great, and I will keep you posted on the quality of them over the years. That is it for this week's video, just showing you the off-road lights that I got by NOVSIGHT. They are a budget-friendly off-road light. They work really great, as you can tell from the comparison. A lot brighter than my other driving lights, so really happy about that. I caught these on a really good sale, like 30% off a few weeks ago, so got a great deal on them. I think I ended up paying $239 for them, so really good deal for the lights, and I'll keep you posted on how they work out, if they have any condensation build up or anything like that. If I have any issues, I'll let you know. But that's it, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below, and until next time, stay trashy.